Hello, hello, Purple. It's been a long time. How are you, girl? First of all, my music disappeared. Oops, sorry, guys. I'm telling you, Purple. Live streaming. 4 years later, same issues. Can you hear me, Purple? If you can, please let me know. Welcome, Carla. Thank you for being part of our community. Don't be shy. Drop in, say hello, and we'll get the show starting really soon for you guys. Hello, Ed. Yes, we can hear you well. Well, thank you so much for acknowledging that. Well, hello, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. It's been a second for me. I haven't been live streaming in the last 2 weeks. You can still hear my voice is slowly getting better. It does. It does, guys. It does take a lot for me to not live stream every single Tuesday. Same time, same day to add 11 a.m. Pacific Standard and 2 p.m. Eastern. I've been doing this for at least 4 years. When COVID hit, I've actually live streamed twice a week, every single week, and there were a massive hundreds of people that shows up. But let's talk about that for a second. The changes between COVID and the recession is a big difference, right? First of all, when COVID hit, the only company that was hiring at the time for 2020 and 2021 were all AWS and Amazon primarily. So I get a lot of traffic coming in here. And you guys, my amazing member, kind of selected me as your Amazon coach. I'm just a coach. Okay. Yes, I did work for Amazon for 7 years where I led all of their recruitment effort globally, as well as an interview trainer for them for tech and non tech, but primarily on the technical space. So, whatever language that you speak, Java, Python's, infrastructure, architectures, solution architect, that is, I can speak those language as well as product program managers, so on and so forth. If we're meeting for the first time, my name is Holly. I am a career coach. I love doing this. And I wish that this is all I'm doing coming on live or coaching I call my member slash client. So thank you so much for all of you guys who are still coming back. I actually didn't tell anyone that I would be here today. One would be smart and maybe send out an email message to all of my members. I didn't do that. I figured that generally I would send a message the night before, at least to give you a heads up. But it's been so busy, guys. I started traveling a few weeks ago. I'm actually going to be traveling again in the next 2 weeks. But I promise you, I will do my best to come on live in answering your questions. Okay, let me put a little thing up here. Hello, Ed. How are you? I know that some of you guys are watching right now, so don't be shy, guys. The Google algorithm loved the thumbs up emoji in the live chat. Why? I have no idea. I know that many of you are affected by the recession. So if you are, I will answer all of your questions. If you are my member, by hitting the join button, I will review your LinkedIn and your resume right here live. Okay, live. So I know that so many of you have messaged me on LinkedIn, but it is impossible for me to get through so many different profiles and in a timely manner. That is why the membership tier is born on YouTube, and it's also your way of supporting my work. Okay. Suharsan, hello. Oh, that is weird. This thing just popped up. I do not want to hear myself. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about what I'm hearing in the market, what is going on. Where are we right now in Q2 of 2023? Okay, for those of you who are still freaking out of the recession, you have every right to freak out. As you know, my job is to tell you and give you raw data and not what you want to hear, right? Now, is there going to be more layoff? I'm simply answering a lot of your questions. Depends. Depends. I know I'm being very gray right now. It is. It's a very gray time for us in the economy, right? When things are not doing well. Okay, let me take a pause here. I feel this is just from someone who came from majority of all the FANG employers. I feel that if the big employer like the Amazon, Google, Meta, so on and so forth, tone down their hiring or pause, the economy will slowly pick up. I know some of you may not agree with me. This is just my own 2 cents. If you guys really think about it, right? I talked about 2020 a second ago. The whole world freaked out. I get it. I freaked out too. But yet there were a lot of open positions. How do I know that? Because you guys all came to me. I put about 500 people just in the year of 2020 alone at Amazon. I'm not kidding. I'm sorry, not 500, 5,000. 5,000 of you guys came to me because Amazon was blowing up your inbox. Okay? That's how I know the difference between then and now. Okay? Just because a crisis occurred and something happened, you have to transition your effort into job searching. You're not really searching for a job. What do we do here? We network, right? I talk about networking until the cow comes home. If you guys are new to my channel, check out my networking video. In the month of January, starting January of this year, I've talked about nothing but to help you leverage your communication skills into connecting with potential hiring managers. Where? Social networking. You're not a social person? Don't worry. You don't have to talk to them. You just have to write your message to be very clear, concise, and why is a person who is reading your message, what are they getting benefit from you? Okay? I talked a lot about that. Go check it out. The title is literally called Branding or Networking. You can't miss it. I do release a video or a live stream every single week. Go check out everything that I've done specifically for this year. It's helping you get your foot in the door, and a lot of you have. Okay, I know that because I am the founder and career coach for my VIP coaching. They're alone. I would say my members are still getting job offers, guys. Okay. In fact, just a few weeks ago, two of my leaders, indeed, um, and then they're non-tech as well. Non-tech meaning I have a director of finance and also a director of diversity and inclusion, operation and program management. They both land a job offer within 3 weeks in my VIP coaching. So if you're non-tech and someone tells you that there's no open positions out there, especially when you're senior and above, I disagree. I disagree because I've met those folks and have the opportunity to work with you guys. Okay. So I wanted to hear what you guys are going through right now. If you are interviewing or if you are looking, tell me specifically who you are looking to work for. Where are you at right now with your career transitions? Because there are still a ton of opportunities out there. And the great thing about all that is it is remote. There's still a lot of remote positions. I still stay connected with my former, I hate using the word client, members. Let's call you guys members, right? Even though they are at, for instance, Meta, and Meta went through a layoff a month and so ago, they still sit back, relax, and they're able to get interviews with mid-sized company. So by now, the FANG company is probably going to hate me for saying this. If I were you, I would put a lot of my effort into one startup company that are going through Series C funding or has a lot of money that are profitable, preferably pre-IPO, so that you're not going to get laid off, right? Number two, look at mid-sized company. They don't have to be public. They could be private company, but it's really important for you guys to work for an organization that has multiple offices, preferably internationally, so you know that they have headcounts fundings or being really profitable where you're not going to have your position eliminated. Okay. The third thing that Amazon's going to love me, AWS is still hiring, guys. It is for tech and non-tech because literally right before I jump on this live stream, my team and I were just talking about getting a couple people on board for my VIP coaching program. Okay. And there's still a couple folks, and these are non-FANG people. I'm talking about the same language here. I can say that 90% of the customers that I have don't come from those big fancy FANG employers. So if you are one of those, I would love to hear from you because my passion is to help those, especially in the diversity that doesn't have experience working for large scale global organizations, and help you transition into those employer. Okay. Alrighty. Ed, thank you so much for your patience. Ed, where? Oh, Vancouver, Canada. Amazing. I love Vancouver. When I was in Seattle, I used to drive up there because it's literally a 2-hour drive from downtown Seattle. And my son and I would have the roasted duck in Richmond. So Richmond, Vancouver is one of our favorite places. I also miss riding my motorcycle there. Richmond and Seattle are so close, and I really, really miss all the great food that you have, and also the great beaches that you guys have out there. Especially right now, Phoenix is getting really hot, and I know Vancouver is gorgeous, dead gorgeous. Ed, how are you? What questions do you have for me, Ed? Do ATS system validate keywords in education sections such as certification and degree? That's an excellent question. I like to use the word depends a lot because I don't like to be firm. It really depends, right? Depends on the ATS system and depends on what the employer put in there. Okay. Or AKA the recruiter. For instance, if I were to look for your background, Ed, okay, if I were to look for specifically the type of degree or university, I know what the levels are in university. I know what elite, top tier, middle tier, so on and so forth. Because when you work for Google, you're being, I call them brainwashed into the academic area where you have to know all the university internationally, right? So for me, if that was the case, then I would put the type of university there for all of the top tier and also computer science as an example. Certification, no, not really. I wouldn't. If you're a tech professional, I don't care about your certification. I care more about your experience. However, if you are non-tech, let's just say you are a product manager or your program manager, and I work for a tech company and I'm the recruiter, if I want to look for a resume, the potential fit for my tech product or company, I would want to see if you have, let's just say, AWS practitioner certification or Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, whatever that may be. I'm just totally making this up, guys. Okay. So depending on the product, because that differentiate you from looking at 500,000 applicants, I just want to look at a couple hundred, right? So I'm trying to tell your secret here. And that secret is recruiters don't want to waste your time looking at thousands and thousands of million resumes. We want to look at potential, like high potential fit that we know it's going to pass the phone screen and most likely pass the entire loop. Why is that, guys? Because in order for talent acquisitions or AKA recruiting partners to keep their job, you have to accept their job offer, right? So why would anyone want to waste your time looking at so many applicants? Okay? All right, Ed. In full disclosure, my throat is really scratchy. I can feel it coming back. So I will hang in here for as long as you guys want me to, ensuring that I'll answer all of your questions before I let you loose. Okay? How frequent do you refresh the ATS system to get the best candidate after posting a job vacancy? Depends on the person. As you can see, I love that word. Let me explain, guys. For instance, let's just say that I'm going to spend an hour today sourcing or searching for candidate in the ATS system, and I found 10 solid people. Excuse me. If that is the case, I don't want to be searching because I found 10 potential. I'm going to call all 10 of those. Out of those 10, my hope and dream is to get at least 5 of you guys that can pass my initial call to move to phone screen. In that case, I'm going to hope that at least 3 out of 5 of you guys are going to make it to the on-site loop, and it's going to be at least 1 or 2 offer. So if that is the case, if I only have 1 open rec, there's no point for me to reach out to 50, 100 people, right? That is why, guys, I was talking about branding and networking strategies earlier. Do not waste your one chance by feeling so anxious. I'm going to use the word desperate here into applying for a job. Oh, hi, Parker. You want to say hello to everybody? Say hello. Say I am on summer break right now, everybody. Oh, good morning. I have a surprise for you in the living room. You want to see your surprise? Okay, I will be down 5 minutes, okay? Can you close the door for mama? Thank you so much. That is my going to be first grader. Graduated from kindergarten just a few weeks ago. Felt like forever. But that is my son, guys. Okay, back to your questions. So with that in mind, guys, I know that majority of you are looking for employment or career transitioning. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. Do not apply for one type of company or, like AWS. No, don't do that. I want you to network. Be brave. Be brave, everyone, okay? Reach out to potential hiring managers, not recruiters, because recruiters is already bombarded with a million applicants. Why would they want to respond to your LinkedIn? They don't even have time to get to your LinkedIn, okay? That's why you have to be very cautious and very intentional. I talk about intentional a lot on this channel, okay? And if you haven't already, if there's one playlist, I would actually 2 playlists, I lied, that I would highly, highly recommend. Before we go there, download my star template. It's free. This is the most innovative thing I've ever done during my time at Amazon. There's no catch. You just have to give me your email to make sure that you're not a robot or someone who intentionally spamming me or putting a bug in my server or anything like that. So download that. It's word by word, literally everything that I've done. It was a story back about 10 years ago and how I was able to convince Jeff Wilke, who reported directly to Jeff Bezos as the right arm of Mr. Bezos at the time, and his staff of leadership, in how to get fundings in building an international team for Dev Center for consumer B2B during my time there. Okay? Real raw example, and there's going to be 8 to 10 templates similar to that. And that playlist, guys, it is called Amazon Leadership Principle Questions and Answer. Okay? And answer. There's also timestamp in there for you guys. You guys are all spoiled, by the way. So spoiled. But if you are my paid YouTube member, which is $3.99 per month, there is a member-only sections. So there's a lot of those content that is not on the public eyes, okay? There's also a community tab inside of my YouTube channel. You just have to go to community on my main page. A lot of the stuff I post, including questions to ask the interviewer, my templates, so all of that is on there, not for public. I do that because I really do care to help you, and I just don't want robots to spam me. That's really it. Okay. The second playlist is called Hiring Managers and Bar Raiser. I don't care who you're interviewing with. If you can pass the Amazon bar, you're gonna land multiple job offer, if not all of them. Let me explain, guys. Okay. A lot of those hiring managers and bar raiser, guess where they came from? Startups and company that you've never heard of. Okay. A lot of them are even fresh graduate. They landed as the, entry level SDE and they became a bar raiser. True story. No name, but it's in that playlist as well. I want you to listen to their story and what it took to get a job at Amazon. And many of them have failed. Okay. So don't feel like you're the only person. Learn the in-depth full services of what it takes and the entire process of preparation to get a job with a company at a high bar. Once you guys get that, it will be a piece of cake interviewing with other employers. Okay. As you guys can see, I have a 5.5-year-old knocking on my door. At this moment, I have to let you go. I do plan on going back into releasing new video every single Thursday. There will be one coming up this Thursday, so stay tuned. And if you're interested in me doing a tutorial on networking, how to network, I also have a lot of those messages, guys. It's in the networking playlist, okay? All right, last questions for our friend, Mr. Gonzalez. I have 10 years experience as an IT business analyst, product owner. That's great. I want to land my first product manager job. Should I take standard PM certification, or what could be the best path for me? In my honest positions, don't be mad. I'm only telling the truth. I've been in recruiting for 25 years, okay? I've trained hiring leaders for at least 10 of those years. I personally will not take the PM certification. Why? Because you already got the hands-on experience. Program manager is here, product manager is up here, and you have the IT business analyst experience. So I just feel like you're wasting your time and money. So rather than doing that, I would rather you take some technical course. I talk about the AWS practitioner or AWS certification a lot because you at the very bare minimum get exposure to the tech environment, okay? If your goal is to land a job at a tech company, what do they need? You need to know the platform infrastructure that operates the entire company. All the products and services have to what? Be in that engine, and that is called the infrastructure. So I would highly advise for you to look at the AWS certification over anything else. You can choose Google and you can choose Azure, but the issue with that is if you work at VMware or Cisco, I'm just throwing different company, startup, midsize, whatever it is, guess what? A lot of them are partnered with AWS. That's why I mentioned AWS. And that is a one thing that I would advise my product, program manager, even finance folks to take it, account managers even. If you're watching, they took the course and guess what? They bombed their interview previously and they have all re-interviewed and land job offer because of that certification, because it shows a lot of initiative that you are pouring your heart and soul and you want that job by learning the technical culture. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. Don't be shy. If you guys have more questions, feel free to drop it into the live chat. Ed, you are fine, okay? I've hired a lot of folks that work at companies such as Deloitte, IBM, KPMG. Take a look at Irfan's video endorsement. If you go to VIV coaching right here, that is a URL. That's exact URL. Take a look at Irfan. He came from Deloitte, okay? The man came from Deloitte. He was with me for a few months. He's also, it's in his story, by the way. I'm not sharing information that I shouldn't. But within a short few months, he went from failed interviewed, being laid off in 2020 into a level 6 technical product managers at Amazon. Okay, you're welcome. Hopefully that helps. Stay healthy, guys. Hopefully next Tuesday, I'll be able to feel better and stay longer with you all. Peace out.